Picture this, you're the most feared cartel boss in Colombia, a kingpin. You've just wagered 50 million, your entire fortune, on your country's pride, the national football team. The stakes aren't just high, they're life or death. The game begins and your heart pounds with every pass, every tackle. Then it happens, a careless move, a single misstep, and the ball rolls into your team's net. An own goal. The match ends in defeat. Colombia is out. You're ruined. A month later, you're at a dimly lit club, drowning your rage in whiskey. The laughter of others grates your ears as you stew in your loss, haunted by that moment, that player. And then he walks in, the man who cost you everything. Smiling, carefree, like he didn't just destroy the hopes of a nation. He orders a drink, jokes with the bartender, and talks about his bright future. Your blood boils, your fists clench. You take out your gun and fire 6 shots. This scenario isn't fiction, it is the grim reality faced by Colombia's beloved defender, Andrés Escobar. In the early 1990s, Colombia's national football team was the only hope for a nation tormented by drug violence. Central to this dream was Andrés Escobar, a powerful defender known as El Caballero del Fútbol, the gentleman of football. Born in Medellin, a city synonymous with violence during the height of Colombia's drug trade, Escobar's life could have easily been derailed. Yet, he emerged as a beacon of hope and integrity, a rare figure who stood for discipline, respect, and unwavering commitment to his sport. From a young age, Andrés showcased a natural talent for football. His career began at Atlético Nacional, Medellin's premier club, which also found itself entangled in the web of drug money funding Colombian football. Despite these complexities, Escobar remained steadfast, earning a reputation for his tactical intelligence, clean tackles, and calm demeanor under pressure. His crowning moment at Atlético Nacional came in 1989 when he played a pivotal role in leading the club to victory in the Copa Libertadores, South America's most prestigious club tournament. This victory was historic, as Nacional became the first Colombian team to lift the trophy. Escobar's contributions were instrumental, and his performances earned him a call-up to the Colombian national team, where he formed a formidable defensive partnership with Luis Carlos Pereira. Colombia's national team thrived under the guidance of coach Francisco Maturana, who implemented a thrilling, possession-based playing style. With creative players like Carlos Valderrama and Faustino Asprilla dazzling in attack, Escobar's disciplined defending provided balance, making the team a force to be reckoned with. Their stunning performances during the 1994 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, particularly a historic 5-0 victory over Argentina in Buenos Aires, marked Colombia as serious contenders on the world stage. Escobar's achievements attracted attention from European clubs, and his move abroad seemed imminent. By the time the World Cup arrived, he was not only a key figure for Colombia, but a symbol of hope for a nation yearning for respite from its troubled realities. Colombia entered the 1994 FIFA World Cup in the United States with immense expectations. Buoyed by their stunning qualification campaign, which included the unforgettable 5-0 thrashing of Argentina, football legends like Pelé tipped Colombia as potential champions. The weight of these predictions, however, came with immense pressure, exacerbated by the country's socio-political climate. The cartels, deeply involved in Colombian football, not only funded clubs but also controlled the outcomes of matches through coercion and violence. For Andrés Escobar, this was an opportunity to shine on the world stage. As a pillar of the Colombian defense, he carried both his personal aspirations and the dreams of a nation. The opening game against Romania, however, was a shocking setback. A 3-1 defeat exposed the team's vulnerabilities and rattled their confidence. This left their second game against the host nation, the United States, a do-or-die match. The fateful moment came in the first half. Attempting to block a cross from John Harkes, Escobar inadvertently also the millions of Colombians watching from home. Colombia ultimately lost the match 2-1, effectively ending their World Cup campaign. For Escobar, their own goal became a personal tragedy, though he maintained his dignity, issuing a heartfelt apology to the nation. Back in Colombia, the World Cup failure was met with widespread outrage. The stakes for the tournament had transcended sport. It was a national obsession, driven in part by the cartel's heavy financial investments. Drug lords had wagered millions of dollars on the team's success, and their losses fueled a wave of anger. Escobar returned to Medellin after the tournament, against the advice of friends and colleagues. Known for his humility and connection to the community, he wanted to spend time with loved ones and attempt to move forward. However, tensions were high and the atmosphere in the city was volatile. On July 2nd, 1994, just 10 days after Colombia's elimination from the World Cup, Andrés Escobar decided to go out with friends in Medellin. Despite warnings from close associates to keep a low profile or even stay abroad, his sense of loyalty to his hometown and his belief in moving past the tragedy brought him back. That evening, he visited a nightclub called El Indio. As the night unfolded, Escobar was approached by a group of men who began mocking him for the own goal. The taunting escalated into a heated argument. Escobar, known for his composure, reportedly tried to de-escalate the situation. However, the situation turned violent when Humberto Castro Muñoz, a bodyguard for the Gallon brothers, prominent drug traffickers who allegedly lost substantial sums betting on Colombia's matches, pulled out a gun. Outside the nightclub, Escobar was shot 6 times at close range. Witnesses later recounted hearing the word "goal" mockingly shouted with each shot fired. Escobar was rushed to a hospital but succumbed to his injuries shortly after. The news of his death sent shockwaves throughout Colombia and the global football community. Over 120,000 mourners attended his funeral, turning it into a public outcry against violence and the toxic influence of drug cartels in the country. Humberto Castro Muñoz was arrested and convicted of Escobar's murder, receiving a 43-year sentence, later reduced to 26 years. However, questions about the true masterminds behind the killing persist. Many speculate that the Gallon brothers orchestrated the murder but were never held accountable due to their connections and influence. Escobar's story resonated far beyond Colombia, serving as a grim reminder of how external pressures can distort the essence of sport. Documentaries, articles, and films, including ESPN's The Two Escobars, explored the intersection of football, politics, and the drug trade in Colombia, placing Andrés Escobar's life and death at the heart of this narrative. Today, Andrés Escobar is remembered as more than the man who scored an own goal. He is celebrated as an athlete who represented hope and dignity in the face of chaos.